What's going on, YouTube? I'm making a video here, really quick video to show my classes, my class setup for when I make my videos on Black Ops 3. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Um, for my first class, as you can see, I used the Man of War with Reflux, Quick Draw, Rapid Fire, and Stock. Um, for most of my ARs, you're gonna see a lot of stock. Um, Stock is really not necessary. Um, if you really want to increase your accuracy, I suggest you don't use stock. Um, but stock is really helpful with the ARs to help you maneuver out of tight gunfights. Um, but as for my perks with my first class, I use Ghost, Fast Hands, Scavenger. For most of my classes, you're gonna really see me use a lot of Scavenger. Um, because I feel comfortable with my own weapon, my own setup. Um, I really don't like to pick up any drop weapons on the ground um, because they may have a crazy setup to where I feel completely uncomfortable. So I like to use scavenger to keep my own weapon, my own setup. Um, my second class is the Kuda class with quick draw, rapid fire, suppressor. For my perks, I use overclock, fast hands, scavenger, and dead silence. Um, this is just one of my classes to where I created to be more stealthy. I try to create a lot of my classes to where I can move around and shoot around the map without easily being detected. Um, but a lot of my classes also I would use a lot of dead silence because a lot of people today love to play with earbuds and headphones so that they can hear you move, and dead silence is a good way to counter that. It will give you a slight advantage to the point where you don't give them the advantage of hearing your footsteps and hearing your reloads. Um, my third class is the VMP, using quick draw, extended mags, and grip with overclock, fast hands, scavenger, and gun ho. Um, the purpose for this class is for the smaller maps that I will use this class. Um, if I get into a close gunfight, close quarter gunfight, um, the VMP's rapid fire, and it's just unstoppable once you into that close range. So instead of being slowed down by aiming down sight, especially without a stock, I would use gun ho. That way I can maneuver fast and try to dodge their bullets and hopefully win the gunfight. My fourth class, the KN-44 with the ELO sight, rapid fire, quick draw, stock, and suppressor. Um, kind of similar to the Kuda class. I try to use this as a stealth class, but this is my AR stealth class to where I can have a longer range of stealth. Um, I use Ghost and of course Scavenger. Um, I want to say all of my classes pretty much have Scavenger on it. Um, the majority of my classes anyway. Like I said before, I like to use my own setup. Um, my fifth class, I'm using the Razorback with Elo Sight, Quick Draw, Rapid Fire, Suppressor. Um, the perks are Flak Jacket, Fast Hands, and Tactical Mask. Now this class is mostly for the smaller maps where people tend to throw a lot of grenades. Um, Nuketown, Combine, those are the two maps. Um, and even inside that building on Havoc, where you are in tight quarters, where people tend to like to throw grenades and stuns and all kinds of flashbangs, you name it. This is my class to protect me from that. My sixth class is one of my shotgun classes. Actually, it's my only shotgun class. It's the KRM with quick draw, rapid fire, and long barrel. Now, I do recommend that you use long barrel on any shotgun that you have to give you that range, because Black Ops 3 is very generous to shotguns, and they have a lot of range. So with long barrel, you can have that extended range. Um, but because of this weapon having that slow rate of fire, I have a secondary weapon, the RK5 pistol. Um, this helps me engage in gunfights when I do miss one of my shots with the KRM. I can easily switch over to my secondary and hopefully win the gunfight. Um, as far as the perks, black jacket, fast hands, overclock. Okay. My seventh class is the Vesper. Uh, I use long barrel, grip, quick draw with a concussion grenade, ghost, fast hands, gun hole. Um, this class is mostly set up for the smaller maps as well, especially inside of buildings that I would tend to use this class. Um, yeah, it's a class I don't use that often, but whenever I do, um, it works really well on the smaller maps. Um, my eighth class, I'm using the HLX4 with quick draw, grip, suppressor, with the perks, ghost, fast hands, scavenger, and dead silence. And obviously, you can tell by some of the attachments and the perks, this is another stealth class that I like to use. I mostly use it on the smaller maps, but I can use them on other maps like um, Stronghold, um, Infection, and other maps like that. Um, pretty solid, um, pretty solid setup I have here. This is one of the classes that I use a lot um, during my gameplays. Um, but I only use maybe like 4 of these classes all the time, and the eighth class is one of my favorites. Also, one of my favorites is my ninth class with the M8 with reflux sight, stock, rapid fire, quick draw, um, using afterburner. Um, now afterburner is a good perk to use to get you out of those gunfights. Um, this is the only class I have set up to where I'm using afterburner. Um, but afterburner is it's okay, um, um, especially on the smaller maps when you're not um, inside of a building, or you surrounded by some sort of obstacle to where you can't make the jump. You always want to be outside to make the jump. So that's a good perk to have. Also using fast hands, dead silence, and I'm also using a trip mine. Um, this class is probably one of the only classes I use a lethal. Um, I too much don't like to use lethals because they tend to slow me down, but I will use it every so often um, whenever I have this class equipped. In my final class, you may see this a lot on my videos. I'm using the Weevil submachine gun with suppressor, grip, quick draw, rapid fire. Perks are ghost, fast hands, dead silence. Again, another stealth class. Um, and the reason and the purpose for these stealth classes are just in case if I miss any of my shots, it's hard for them to detect where the shots were coming from. Um, That's the whole purpose of my stealth class. Um, and if I have to reload um, with dead silence, I try to back off the gunfight so that they won't know where exactly the footsteps are coming from. Um, a lot of my videos are made from these stealth classes. So as you can tell, the Weevil, the M8, the HLX4, and the Kuda submachine gun are my four favorite. Um, and all of those are pretty much my stealth classes. Um, so other than that, um, oh, and one last thing, um, a lot of my videos you may see me use the Seraph specialist with combat focus, and the purpose of that is so that I won't be distracted by trying to use a specialist weapon. For example, um, with my Weevil, class, I get so attached to that weapon, and once a specialist weapon comes, now I have to readjust to use the Tempest or the War Machine or gravity spikes. Um, with the combat focus, I can use my specialist ability without having to give up my weapon. Um, that's the whole purpose of me carrying scavenger on a lot of my classes, so that I can maintain the same weapon throughout the entire game. I don't like to pick up weapons off the ground because you know that class may have been set up for the person who was playing with that class, not for me. So that's the whole purpose that I use scavenger and I use combat focus. Now a lot of times I do use other abilities like active camo and things of that nature, but you know to me combat focus is probably one of the best one of the best specialists on the game, due to the fact that you do accumulate points towards your streaks, and you don't have to give up your weapon, your class, um, just to pull out a specialist weapon. Um, but anyway, so this was a quick video to show my class setups. Um, if you find this video interesting, please give it a like. Um, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Um, as far as my videos, I will try, and I'm still in the process of trying to improve my videos. Um, I'm still a small time YouTuber that just started out, so um, if you could just be patient. I know that better videos will be here soon, but also spread the word on the channel, and it will mean a lot, and it will motivate me to make even more videos to post, so that we all can be enjoyed and entertained. Anyway, that's all I got. Hope you guys have a good day, and don't forget, spread the word on the channel. Peace.